Have you woke up with that feeling that your prayers are hitting the ceiling and coming back? Have you been repeating the same request 1,000 times, thinking that God did not hear right at first? If you answered yes, you need to find out what a man named Daniel has learned over 2,500 years ago, a revelation that will blow up his prayer life forever. This morning of July 4th, you will know the secret that turned a young Hebrew into one of the greatest intercessors in history, and how this same power is available to you today. Most people pray as if playing a card in the mail, without knowing if they will arrive at the destination. They repeat, insist, scream, make promises, believing that they need to convince God to pay attention to them. But what if I told you that there is a biblical truth that will completely change your way of praying? And if you found out that from the first moment you speak to God, He is already listening, is already acting, is already preparing your answer? The problem is not in God's ear, but in your lack of confidence. Get ready for a 21-day journey that will revolutionize your spiritual life. You will learn why Daniel had to wait 3 weeks to receive the answer that was already guaranteed since the first day. You will find out how to turn a simple notebook into a powerful spiritual weapon. You will understand why sharing with 21 people through WhatsApp can exponentially multiply the power of your prayers. And most importantly, it will be absolutely certain that the God who created the ears He hears and His victory is already guaranteed. Spiritual battle is a reality that most people prefer to ignore, but Daniel teaches us that we cannot pretend that it does not exist. When the angel finally came to him, he brought an explanation that changed everything. The prince of the kingdom of Persia resisted me 21 days. It was not a laziness of God. It was not a lack of love. It was a war happened behind the scenes, while Daniel was in his room praying and fasting. Thinking that perhaps God was not listening, there were angels fighting in the spirit world to bring the answer. It's like when you place an online order and wait, not knowing that the product is traveling, going through several steps until you get to your home. This revelation completely changes our perspective on prayers that seem to have no answer. When you are in the middle of your 21 days of campaign and feel that nothing is happening, remember Daniel. He did not know that Miguel, the archangel, had been called to help in battle. I did not know that spiritual forces were moving in their favor. All he knew was that he needed to persevere, keep fasting, keep praying. His faith did not depend on what he was seeing, but what he was believing. And that's exactly what God expects from you during this campaign, to persevere even when you see no movement, because victory is being prepared behind the scenes. The concept of spiritual battle teaches us that between prayer and response there's a process. It's not like pressing a button and receiving on time, but how to plant a seed that needs time to grow. During these 21 days, while you write in your notebook and share with others, know that each day of perseverance is one more step towards your blessing. The angel that comes to bring your answer may be facing resistance, but it won't give up, just as Miguel helped in the battle of Daniel. God has enough resources to ensure that his victory comes at the right time. Imagine that you are an experienced farmer and just plant seeds in your field. You don't get off every day to see if you have already sprouted, because you know there's a process happening under the earth. The seed absorbs water, swells, creates roots, and only then the first green sprout appears. Your prayers work just like this. When you pray, you are planting seeds in the spirit world, and even if you don't see immediate results, something powerful is growing. Daniel planted his prayers for 21 days, and at the right time, the harvest appeared in the form of an angel with answers. Every word you write in your notebook is a seed being planted in the field of eternity. The difference between an amateur farmer and a professional is patience and confidence in the process. The amateur plants today and wants to reap tomorrow. The professional knows that there is a season plant and another to harvest. When you understand that your prayers are seeds, stop being desperate for instant results. During this 21-day campaign, you are in the planting period, watering your seeds with faith and fasting. The God who created the ears, He hears each of these seeds being planted, and at the right time, you will see the field of your life flourishing with blessings. Perseverance is the fertilizer that makes your prayers grow stronger. Most interesting is that in the spirit world, seeds germinate differently from the natural world. While in the physical field you need to wait months to see the result in the kingdom of God, growth can be instantaneous when the right time comes. That's why sharing with 21 people is so important. You are multiplying the seeds, creating an even greater field of prayer. Each person who receives his message through WhatsApp can plant his own seeds, and when the harvest comes, it will be a collective blessing. The spiritual battle that happens during seed growth is what determines the quality and size of the harvest you will receive. The notebook of perseverance is not just an object. It is a spiritual tool that will transform your life of prayer. When you write your request by hand, something powerful happens in your heart and mind. It is different from typing on a phone or just thinking about your problems. The act of writing connects his spirit with his words in a unique way, creating greater intimacy with God. Daniel had her scrolls. You have your notebook. Each day of the campaign, when you sit down to write, you are following the same pattern that led Daniel to victory. Your hands will be blessed through this simple act of faith. The importance of having a specific notebook for this campaign goes beyond the organization. You are creating a memorial of your faith, a record of your spiritual journey. Imagine a few months from now, when you flip into this notebook and see all the prayers that were answered. It will be like reading a book of miracles written by your own hand. During these 21 days, each page you fill out is a statement that you believe in the power of prayer. It is as if you are signing a contract with God, saying, I trust you will answer me. The God who created the ears he hears. And every word written in his notebook is proof of his faith. Interestingly, the notebook becomes a point of contact between you and the spirit world. When you send a photo of it through WhatsApp so that others pray together, you are creating a powerful network of intercession. It is as if every person who sees his photo is touching his faith and adding his prayer to his own. During the 21 days, this notebook will turn into a spiritual treasure, full of promises, hopes, and declarations of faith. No wonder we call the Perseverance Notebook. He's the physical proof that you didn't give up, even when the answer seemed to take. The blessing that comes through this simple act of writing will surprise you. Intercessioning fasting is one of the most powerful weapons of spiritual battle, and when a leader is willing to fast in favor of others, something extraordinary happens in the invisible world. It's not just about stopping for a few hours, but about creating a deeper spiritual connection with God and the people you are praying for. Daniel fasted for 21 days, and his fast was not just for him, but for all the people of Israel. When you participate in this campaign, know that there's someone fasting for you, interceding for your family, your dreams, your needs. It is like having a private lawyer working in your case before the throne of God. The strength of intercessioning fasting lies in personal renunciation in favor of others. When someone gives up your comfort to seek God for you, it releases tremendous spiritual authority. The angel who visited Daniel said his words were heard, but it was a fast that intensified the spiritual battle. During these 21 days, while you write in your notebook and persevere in prayer, there is someone who is sacrificing for you. This means that you are not alone on this journey. Intercessioning fasting creates spiritual coverage that protects and accelerates answers. It's like having someone praying 24 hours a day for your specific case. The most impressive is that intercessioning fasting multiplies the faith of all involved. When you know someone is fasting for you, your own faith is strengthened. It's like knowing that you have an entire team working for your victory. During the campaign, each time you feel discouragement or doubt, remember that there is fasting being done in your favor. Share this truth with the 21 people you will contact from WhatsApp, because they also need to know that they are not alone. The God who created the ears he hears, and intercessioning fasting amplifies the sound of his prayer until he reaches heaven with redoubled power. Sending photos of your notebook through WhatsApp may seem simple, but it is actually a deep act of faith and vulnerability. When you photograph your prayers and share, you are saying, I'm not ashamed to show my need before God. It is like Daniel, who did not hide his anguish in 14 publicly for 21 days. Each photo you send is a seed of faith being planted in the heart of the receiving. People who see their notebook are not just looking at written words, but touching their hope in their perseverance. It is an invitation for others to join your spiritual battle and pray with you. Technology becomes a powerful tool when used for spiritual purposes. WhatsApp, which usually serves for casual conversations, now turns into a blessing channel. When you send your notebook photo, you are creating a prayer chain that can reach dozens, hundreds of people. Each person who sees your photo and praying for you is adding your faith to yours, creating a multiplied spiritual force. It is as if you are sending your request to an intercessor army. The God who created the ears, he hears. And through this photo, he is listening not only you, but all who come together in prayer for you. Interestingly, when you send the photo, you are creating a visual record of your faith. In a few months, when looking at that picture on her cell phone, she will remember exactly what she was feeling, what she was asking, the moment she decided to trust God. It's like creating a miracle album, where each photo tells a story of perseverance and victory. During these 21 days, each shipping is a statement that you believe your prayer will be answered. People who receive their photos become witnesses to their journey of faith, and when the blessing comes, they will celebrate with you, knowing that they were part of the process. Number 21 was not chosen by chance. It represents exactly the days Daniel persevered until he received his response from the angel. When you share with 21 people, you are creating a spiritual replica of Daniel's experience. Each person who receives his message becomes a link in the chain of faith that will sustain you throughout the campaign. It is as if you are setting up an army of 21 spiritual warriors, each carrying a part of their battle. Daniel fought alone for 21 days, but you have the opportunity to have 21 people fighting with you from the first day. This exponentially multiplies the power of your prayer. Sharing is not just about numbers, but about spiritual connection. When you send a message through WhatsApp to these 21 people, you are inviting them to participate in something bigger than themselves. Each person who receives this message may be going through a difficult situation and needing exactly that word of faith. It is as if God is using you to bring hope to those who need it. The God who created the ears, he hears, and through his sharing, he may be responding to prayer of someone who is losing faith. You become a blessing channel in other people's lives. The beauty of sharing lies in the reciprocity it creates. When you bless 21 people with this message of faith, you are planting prayer seeds in 21 different hearts. Each of these people can start their own 21-day journey, creating a prayer network that expands infinitely. It's like throwing a stone into the water and seeing the circles multiplying. During your campaign, you are not just looking for your own blessings, but becoming a source of blessing to others. And when your victory comes, you will know that it was not just for you, but through you, playing the lives of many other people. Perseverance is what separates the winners from the dropout in the spiritual life. Daniel could have stopped on the 10th day, 5th, or even on the 20th day, but he chose to continue until the end. Imagine if he had given up on the 20th. He would lose the angel's visit for only 24 hours. Perseverance is not about being stubborn or insistent, but about maintaining faith even when circumstances scream the opposite. During these 21 days of the campaign, you will have times when you will want to stop. You will feel that nothing is happening. At these times, remember that the spiritual battle is more intense exactly when you are about to receive the answer. Interestingly, perseverance builds character while building faith. Every day you write in your notebook. Even without seeing results, you are strengthening spiritual muscles that will serve for a lifetime. It's like working out in the gym. You don't see your muscles growing in everyday life, but after a few weeks, the transformation is evident. Perseverance in prayer works the same way. The God who created the ears, he hears every moment persistence, every decision not to give up. When you keep faith even in the dark, you are showing a spiritual maturity that impresses the sky and opens doors that seemed impossible. Perseverance is also contagious. When the 21 people you contacted on WhatsApp see their determination, they are inspired to persevere in their own struggles. It is like being a living example that it is worth not giving up. During the campaign, you will find that the hardest days are the ones that strengthen your faith. Each morning you wake up and decide to continue praying, writing, trusting, is a victory over discouragement. The intercessioning fasting being done by you is proof that others are also persevering in your favor. When you finally come your blessing, you will understand that each day of perseverance was worth it. Blessed hands are more than a beautiful promise. They are a spiritual reality that will transform everything you touch. When you write in your notebook during these 21 days, your hands are being consecrated to God in a special way. It is as if every written word were an anointing being spilled over its fingers, its fists, its arms. Daniel has used his hands to write prophecies that have changed the story, and you are using yours to write prayers that will change your story. Everything you play after this campaign will carry the brand of the blessing, whether at work, business, family care. Your hands will be miracle instruments. The protected family is one of the most precious blessings you can receive. When you persevere in prayer for 21 days, you are creating spiritual coverage about all you love. It is as if you are building a protective wall around your home, your marriage, your children. Daniel prayed not only for himself, but throughout the people of Israel, and his perseverance brought protection to an entire nation. The God who created the ears, He hears his supplications for the safety of your family, and each person you contacted on WhatsApp is adding your prayer to yours. When you share with 21 people, it is multiplying protection on yours. Multiplied blessings are the natural result of their fidelity during the campaign. Just as a planted seed produces not only a plant, but hundreds of fruits, your perseverance will generate results far beyond what you asked. It is the principle of spiritual multiplication. When you are faithful in little, God trusts you a lot. During these 21 days, you are proving that it can be reliable with the small responsibilities of daily prayer, fasting, perseverance. Therefore, God will trust you greater blessings than you have imagined. The spiritual battle you are facing today is small compared to the victory that is being prepared for you. Victory is not a possibility. It is a certainty for those who persevere to the end. Daniel had no guarantee that he was going to receive an answer, but he decided to trust anyway. You have an advantage over it. You know the story ends well. You know that on the 21st, the angel arrived with answers. This means that your victory is already guaranteed even before you start. It's like watching a movie knowing that the hero will win at the end. You can relax and enjoy the journey, knowing that the end will be glorious. During these 21 days, you are not struggling to see if you will win, but to receive the victory that is already prepared for you. The victory assured does not mean it will be easy, but it will be certain. Daniel had to endure 21 days of fasting, anguish, uncertainty, but in the end, the answer came in full force. Your campaign may have difficult days, moments of doubt, intense spiritual battles, but that doesn't change the fact that you will win. The God who created the ears, He hears, and He has already decreed His victory from the first day. When you write in your notebook, when you share with 21 people on WhatsApp, when persevere even without seeing results, you are just walking towards an already guaranteed victory. It's like climbing the stairs knowing that there's a prize waiting for you. Most impressive is that your victory will inspire other people to persevere too. When the 21 people you contacted come the result of your campaign, they will want to start their own 21 days. It's like being the first person to get to the top of the mountain. You open the way for others to get there too. The victory assured is not only yours, but of all who connect with their faith. The intercessioning fasting being done by you is proof that there are people investing in your victory. When it arrives, it will be a collective celebration, proof that it is worth persevering to the end. We have reached the end of this powerful revelation, but in fact, this is just its beginning. The question you don't want to silence is, will you continue praying as you have always done, or will you embrace the truth that has turned Daniel's life? Will you let the doubt continue to steal the power of your prayers, or will you get up today with the certainty that the God who created the ears He hears? The notebook is waiting for you. The 21 people you will share on WhatsApp are waiting for a word of faith. Your family is waiting for protection that comes through your perseverance. Your hands are waiting to be blessed through your obedience. The question is, are you ready for the next 21 days of your life to be the most transformative you have ever lived? Don't let this moment go unnoticed. Don't be a person who hears a powerful word anymore and does not act. Daniel did not know he would be remembered for thousands of years because of his perseverance, but he decided to trust even without seeing. You have the advantage of knowing that his story ends well. Now it's time to write your own victory story. If this word has touched your heart, if you felt that God is talking to you through this message, be sure to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. You cannot lose the next revelations that will support you during your 21-day campaign. Share this video with people who need to rediscover the power of prayer. Remember, your victory is already guaranteed. You just need to persevere to the end to receive it.